What's going on, y'all? I'm Czar, and in this video, we're taking a look at a brand new plugin from Waves. This is Curves AQ. This is the second plugin in the Curves lineup following Curves Equator, which focused on resonance suppression and unmasking. Curves AQ is going to focus on creating a EQ curve for your signal. It's also going to deal with adding harmonics as well as blending static and dynamic EQ. A lot going on here, and Waves is calling this the world's first autonomous EQ. Now, of course, I'll have a link in the description if y'all want to check it out, learn more about it, or pick it up. But let's dive into this and let's check this out. So let's go over these controls, and of course, I'll let you hear what it sounds like. So just like Curves Equator, we've got to learn here, but a lot more going on here with Curves AQ. So going across this top, we have instrument and mix. So we can use this across a mix, or we can use this on an instrument, which vocals will fall under instrument. But under adaptive, when we hit learn and we hit play, it's going to listen to this and process it, and then it's going to come back with what it finds it to be, which in me using this, it's been correct each time. Or if you want to, instead of adaptive, you can select your target here, whatever your track is. We also have, looking here at the bottom, actually, let's go ahead and just, because this is going to be easier once we actually process something with it. So let's just go ahead and start there, and then we'll go through these controls. All right, so I'm going to hit play. This is a female vocal. Let's actually bypass it first, and then we'll learn it. And as it's learning it, it's going to create that curve for it. But let's take a listen to this without any EQ and see what we may want to do to it, and then see what Curves AQ comes up with.
We're always moving fast. We barely get the chance to look each other in the eyes. My body begs for you tonight, yeah. I wish the time would cease, a moment you and me, no other company. I need a moment where we can just be next to each other. Baby, make a promise that you're gonna just lie here with me.
All right, so this isn't a bad sounding vocal, but there's some interesting things going on. The first half of it sounds fine to me, but the second half, I don't know if she maybe moved a little bit, but it's starting to sound a little muddy, like almost like something was in front of her in the microphone. I don't know. But let's see what Curves AQ can do for this. That part that I'm not crazy about, this second half, let's start with it learning that.
I wish the time would cease, a moment you and me, no other company. I need a moment where we can just be next to each other. Baby, make a promise that you're gonna just lie here with me.
Okay, so adaptive, a female vocal, which is correct. That's what it is. And we see that it's given us three suggested curves and then two alternatives. So without going through any other settings, let's listen to these.
We're always moving fast.
All right, that's really bright. Let's start back to where we started it from.
I wish the time would cease, a moment you and me, no other company. I need a moment where we can just be.
Okay, I like that, but it's a little too bright for me, so let's go to another one.
We're always moving fast. We barely get the chance to look each other in the eye.
All right, so that third one isn't as bright. I'm liking that one the best. Let's listen to what it did here.
I wish the time would cease, a moment you and me, no other company. I need a moment where we can just be.
Okay, I'm liking that. Let's go ahead and listen to these other two alternatives that it did.
I wish the time.
Absolutely not. Next one.
I wish the time would.
Yeah, I'm not liking either of those two. Okay, so let's stick with the third one for now. So I like that this is giving us 5 different target EQs. Now, we can click this to get this out of our face and just look at the curve here. Now, the blue is going to be cuts and the red is going to be boosts. So you can see with these 4 different crossovers we have here. I guess technically 3 different crossovers, but we've got low, and this is represented here. So we've got low, we've got your fundamental, we've got harmonics, and we've got air. Now we can change the gain and frequency with these. We can also click this to remove that. Now this here, we can remove just the cuts, as you can see there, or we could also remove just the boost. And this in the middle will give us even more of what's going on. So right now it's at 50. If I bring this up to 100, you see it's going to cut more and it's going to boost more. And of course, it'll do the opposite if we go the other way. The delta here, we can listen to just what's being cut, or we can listen to just what's being boosted. And then we have advanced controls here, which gives us attack, release, precision. We've got auto makeup gain and a limiter, and we can lock it with a wet dry mix here. I've never even had to touch these advanced controls here, but it's nice that it's there. We can blend between dynamic and static, and we can also tilt as well. All right, we can also solo just the, if we bring, was that under advanced? There we go. So with advanced controls up, we can solo just those bands as well, and we can also increase the boost or remove the boost or cut the boost in those bands as well. So we can really tailor this to get exactly what you want. Let's play this. Let's actually play this and bypass it and just listen to the one. We're still on the third one. Yep. And just listen to what we've got here.
We're always moving fast. We barely get the chance to look each other in the eyes. My body begs for you tonight, yeah. I wish the time would cease. A moment, you and me, no other company. I need a moment where we can just be next to each other. Baby, make a promise that you're gonna just lie here with me.
All right, so definitely a difference going on there with the bypass here. And what I really like about this is that you can see in all of these curves, one thing that I've noticed versus other EQs that I use that does this, creating the EQ curve for you. This has added a high pass filter. Generally, when I use other plugins like this, it does not add a high pass filter, and that's generally the first thing I have to go in and do after it's done what it's done. And speaking of that, now we can still create EQ points here and EQ this just like a typical EQ. You can certainly do that, create EQ bands here, and do that if you feel you need to. But in using this so far, this has done so much for me that I haven't felt that I've had to go in and do anything, especially after finding one of those target curves that fits what you want. All right, let's also blend between this dynamic and static here. So I'm going to play this back, and right now it's more static. We're going to move it more towards dynamic.
We're always moving fast. We barely get the chance to look each other in the eyes. My body begs for you tonight, yeah. I wish the time would cease. A moment, you and me, no other company. I need a moment where we can just be next to each other.
I'm trying to think. I can't recall another plugin that lets me blend between static and dynamic. You're either choosing one or the other. And let's take a listen to the delta. We're going to take a listen to what's just what's being cut and just what's being boosted. We'll start off with just what's being cut.
We're always moving fast. We barely get the chance to look each other in the.
And then just what's being boosted.
My body begs for you tonight, yeah.
So I'm really impressed with what Curves AQ has done to this vocal, and I've really been impressed overall with what it's done with what I've put it on. Now, again, we can also, use this under mix as well. If you want to put this on your mix bus, you can use it there as well. I've been enjoying it more so just on individual instruments, and I'm beginning to accept more of these do-it-for-you type plugins. This by far though has really impressed me. Again, I really like that it's added that high pass filter where I just haven't seen other plugins do that. But yeah, definitely comment and let me know what y'all think about this one. Another cool feature about Curves AQ is that you can sidechain it as well. So this can, this can listen to, or you can process your track, which is what we've done here, or I can sidechain this to another track and let it learn from that and apply that EQ curve to your track. So really powerful here. You've got a lot of features that I don't want to call it overkill. I mean, I'm definitely a control freak sometimes when it comes to plugins. So you definitely have more control here than what I would even expect. I mean, Waves could have definitely stopped at a certain point with this, but it's a lot that you can do here for sure. But again, yeah, definitely comment and let me know what y'all think about this one. Intro price is $49.99, so a little bit more than typical Waves plugins. However, if you have Curves Equator, you'll get $15 off, making this one $35, bringing the price down for it. I'm definitely going to be picking this one up for sure. In processing, Waves plugins recently, they've been coming out with plugins that's meant to stop you from using more and more plugins, say, 5-6 plugins on a track. They're coming out with more plugins to do more and more in one. And I feel like I first kind of started to see that with Waves Silk. With this now, with using this, I just need a compressor and I'm pretty much done. Maybe a little saturation in some cases, but even then we've got Curves AQ, maybe a compressor and a little bit of saturation and I'm good. I'm going to do a video where I put this into a vocal chain and see how many plugins we can get before we get, what I feel would be what we needed. But again, I've got a link in the description if y'all want to check this out, learn more about it, or pick it up. All right, if you enjoyed this video, I appreciate a thumbs up. And if y'all want to continue to see content from me, then y'all know what to do.